Humanitarian crisis in Indonesia. The official death toll has been increased to 1,200 following last Friday's earthquake and tsunami. Rescuers continue a very desperate search for people who may still be alive and buried in the rubble. Damage to roads making it almost impossible to get water and food to many remote areas.
Dari atas sekitar 16 meter itu muncul ke atas, baru ada yang gulung-gulung. Ini nggak tahu Pak, pokoknya ada yang ini sudah kelihatan tinggi semua, tinggal mau bawa tindis.
Terbelah baru berputar, dia putar tanah itu. Makanya rumah warga ini banyak yang di sini tak geser ke sana ke belakang. Dia goyang, baru satu kali dia kasih ambruk begitu.
A tsunami. Hundreds of people are still unaccounted for on the island of Sulawesi in the city of Palu. The tsunami's waves of almost 18 feet struck a beach Friday. Thousands of homes are damaged or destroyed, and roads are cut off and communications are difficult. Jonathan Vigliotti is in London with the very latest. Jonathan, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning. This devastating tsunami hit at sunset, as you mentioned, with the city of Palu directly in its path. Large crowds were actually gathered on the beach for a festival when those waves, reported again up to 18 feet high, pummeled the coast, sweeping many to their death. Cell phone video captured the terrifying moment one of those waves washed in, swallowing seaside homes. You see it there. People could be seen running in fear. For many, though, especially those on the ground, not fast enough. The massive waves quickly flooded streets with a force that destroyed anything in its path. The waves were triggered by a 7.5 earthquake, which alone caused massive destruction. Indonesian television reported an entire shopping mall was destroyed, along with a bridge and even an 80-room hotel. Ultimately, though, it was the tsunami, those waves, that caused the brunt of the damage. Witnesses say it took more than 4 hours for the water to subside. First responders reported finding bodies pinned under the rubble of collapsed buildings and trapped in vehicles that were swallowed by the waves. The death toll, it is expected to rise. Emergency response has been impossible for some areas where roads have been destroyed and telecommunications knocked out as those rescue operations continue strong aftershocks.
Gempa! Wah, kuat kali, Bah.
Aduh, kaget saya.
Astagfirullah. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allah Akbar. Allah. Ayo sini, ayo. Ayo.
A terrifying massive wall of water smashed over this Indonesian island city. Waves some 10 feet tall, residents crying out, running for their lives. The tsunami surging ashore just after officials had lifted a warning, apparently not expecting such danger. First came the massive 7.5 magnitude quake, striking in the early evening on the island of Sulawesi, the epicenter near a city of some 300,000 residents. These pictures posted by a government official show a bridge before and after. Hospitals moved outside to more safely care for the injured. Buildings collapsed or swept away. Reports of entire families missing. The region is part of the so-called Ring of Fire around the Pacific Ocean. Most of the world's earthquakes happen there. Now, emergency crews stepping up search and rescue at first light. In wake of
the moment a tsunami hits the Indonesian city of Palu, triggered by a 7.5 magnitude earthquake that struck the island of Sulawesi. The 3-meter-high waves swept through the tourist resort, destroying dozens of buildings, including shopping malls, a mosque, hotels and hospitals. Bridges were washed away and the main highway hit
water. Palu, popular with tourists, is home to more than 300,000 people. The nearby city of Donggala and the town of Mamuju have also been severely affected, but no one has been able to reach them yet. Rescue operations are underway, but communications have been down, and the only runway in Palu is badly damaged. In a short video recorded in a nearly pitch-black environment, the director of a city hospital appealed for help.
We hope to immediately establish field hospitals. We need tents, medicines, medical personnel, tarpaulins, blankets, and more of other things. I hope you can help us so we can give victims all the aid they need.
Indonesia's president has called on the security minister to coordinate the government's response.
I've already instructed the coordinating minister for political and security affairs to coordinate all resources, including the National Disaster Agency. I've also called the chief of the armed forces to work together in handling the emergency situation, including the search and rescue operation, evacuation, and preparing basic needs.
Cargo planes carrying doctors and aid, as well as the army, are being sent to join the rescue efforts. Residents are urged to stay outdoors with more aftershocks
expected. A 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit in Indonesia this morning. And what was the result? A tsunami. Now, this is a bridge in Palau, and this is what it looked like on Google Maps. You can see beforehand it had a very tall structure. It's not sitting right on the water. It's actually up pretty high. But after that tsunami, look at the aftermath of this. I mean, it's just remarkable how the power of water is demonstrated here. Just completely took this out and demolished this bridge along with a lot of other things in the town. As we get updates, as the sun rises again there, we'll bring you more information.